to intervene, who maybe intervenes too much, who tries to direct their path too heavy-handedly, who realizes at some points that I'm being too heavy-handed and I need to let them be. Because if they get to be, then I get to be. You know what I mean? Like, if they get to be young people that do young people shit, then I get to be old people that do old people shit, which is like, why the fuck are you letting this happen? I done told you. Like, y'all are not friends. Y'all are in a movement. And you need to, you know, so I feel like that's the life cycle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's for us to become the older people who go, oh, these fucking kids today, but who also go like, oh, these kids today. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's maybe like more like trying to guide them, and if they do, like be there if they need the
that's
support
right.
somehow.
Yep.
But I think it was also out of this like awareness or consciousness that like somehow it's always like everything's happening again, and like that, like also the kids today that they're talking about stuff that we were also talking about, and they're arguing about stuff that we were also arguing about back then. That I thought that I was like, okay, I want to do this symposium where we talk about like how like memory, and not only memory as in like, you know, history and violence, like the colonialism, blah, 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 but also memory as in what was there already, like what movements. Let's like look at old texts again, because I feel like that is like often.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So
and how much of there's so much of a drive, like you were saying, like what new can you actually say?
Yeah, shit. I mean, hell, because I stay in the old shit. That's why I can't.
But there's such a drive to say something.
And the Academy did it. Yeah, the fucking Academy did it in the U.S. because of the fucking tenure process, where you have to write a book at most places to get tenure, or you have to write articles to get tenure. There is no place in the United States of America where you can get tenure being a good teacher only. At my school, it's more important than the writing part. But when you force a group of people to constantly be doing shit in order to validate, then they're going to start doing that. And that's not true in the Academy, but I'm just saying that academic write a book. I done seen so many books. I'm like, bitch, you didn't need to write this book. This book exists, but you don't know it because you had to come up with something new. So you had to divorce yourself from the old roots in order to be feeling good about writing this damn book that's already been wrote.
But that happens in other nonprofits too. And
do
NGOs.
it
Right. That it's like,
what do it look like there?
Just that there's like, this is an immediate need. This is a problem right now. What are we going to do about it right now? And when you're like, well, we need to actually sit back and like try to because this has happened before. It's like, no, we're not giving you money to sit back and
and that's the thing. Like here as well, you have these projects that we need that now, but it's like actually we've needed that like 10 years ago, and actually we'll need it for another 10 years. But it's like, no, we're going to like finance it for 3 years and then it's over. And it's like,
you're like, really? 3 years?
It's like, okay, so like, what did you understand?
Yeah. Oh, they understand very clearly. They want us to stop working so that the problem exists, so that they can always be the fucking savior of the problem. And in 5 more years when they go, oh, this is the problem, here's money, do a project. Yeah. That's why I think, you know, one of the things we can do is shift the way we do our work and make it less of, I'm sorry, but less about convincing other people that we exist and that we mean something and that our lives matter, and focus more on us. Because the peer conflict for me, well, I always say that the stuff that I feel like I'm really good at, whatever that means, but to me, like the things that I feel like, okay, I'm pretty good at being a mom, being a teacher, being a writer. It's because I have a community around me that I think I always have to have, which is youth behind me, elders in front of me, and peers where I am. Yeah. The 2 things I do not have that I struggle with are marriage and friendships. Those are the things that I struggle the most with, because those are the things that I might have only people behind me or only, you know what I mean? And I think that peer conflict, that's what I'm always saying. Like I was talking, that's why I wanted to talk about it, because thinking about in the Black Panther movement, there's this big old conflict between Kathleen Cleaver and Elaine Brown. I didn't know shit about it, and I done read them. I didn't know shit about it until recently. Now, if you had intimate relationships with them, then you knew. And I respect and understand why they kept it private, because we are always so scared that any chink in our armor will give the man a chance to bring us down, when that ain't what the man need to bring us down. The man just gonna do that. So I feel like there's, and my family's like that, where you keep family shit personal. And I believe in that too. Everybody, I don't put on my Facebook, me and my husband fell out for the fuck what? There ain't nobody gonna, you know, so I'm not saying tell everything to everybody. But I do believe there has to be spaces where we know that Elaine Brown and Kathleen Cleaver was both calling each other snitches to the feds, which I did not know until 4 or 5 years ago. I was like, what? Because I think it would have helped me to understand, even if it's just the relief of even Elaine Brown and Kathleen Cleaver. Oh, shit, okay. You know what I mean? Even if it's not to be like, well, we're going to avoid everything that they went through. Not that necessarily. Maybe, though. Shit, I don't know. And I think we have to be more transparent with our youth about that because they looking at us thinking we got the shit all together and we don't. Yeah, exactly. We don't. Because that peer conflict is where I'd be like, I don't know what the fuck, especially at my work, where we're having all these conflicts amongst people of color and a sea of white people. And being forced to talk to them about it is really
That's always the dilemma, isn't it? Is of needing these spaces to talk about it because you really just need it. Otherwise, it will just I don't know. But at the same time, not wanting to exactly play into the hands of, see, they can't even get their song together, blah 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 thing.
Child.
So yeah,
say that shit because that's what they've been. I've literally had people say that to me at work. Well, this is a comment by a good white guy. Well, I think, part of me is thinking well, you all wanted so many more people of color and look what you did. First of all, bitch, in a sea of y'all, it's a wonder we ain't literally murdered each other because A, you have created this space for us to hate each other's guts, compete with one another for the little bit of pie that we gonna get. So that we are even here. I mean, and some of us have fucked up behavior. Because I ain't trying to make it seem like it's just white people doing bad. Some of us is fucked. I mean, black men are raping black women. That ain't just because of white supremacy. Yes, it has a role, but motherfucker, okay, we know about white supremacy. White supremacy is affecting us, and we ain't raping y'all at mass amounts. So, I mean, what am I doing? So I think, but that's why I say, okay, take them out of it to the extent we can. And do intercommunal healing, even if we can't do it with the person we had a conflict with. Yeah. But somewhere, some damn where, because we have to heal. And we can't heal, keep telling them Black Lives Matter. I'm not trying to disrespect Black Lives Matter, but I'm just saying, at the same time you doing that, make sure you doing home work at home. Yeah. You were going to say, I'm sorry, I cut you off. It's so easy to do because you're so
No, I was just in agreement with you. I liked what you said about that the conflict resolution doesn't always necessarily even have to be between the people who are having the conflict. Yeah. Sometimes it's a necessary step to resolve it somewhere else in your life before you can even attempt to. Yeah. If ever to go back to the site of ground zero or whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
But I guess as important as that is, I think it's also important because that's what I'm also seeing a lot is there's within the community also. There's such this thing of being so critical so quickly about everything.
Honey, I'm preach.
Look, people make mistakes and stuff, and
please,
as if you'd done it perfectly. Yes. Just first of all, it's good that they're here. It's good that they're doing that, and of course they didn't do everything right. But there's no use just bashing on them.
No, we're canceling people now. People are canceling. We're canceled. And I mean, no disrespect. If somebody rape you, I'm going to say don't cancel. But can somebody in the community come? And that's the problem I have with elders. Now, not all elders. I love elders. But here's the thing I have experienced. Where the elders don't even come in. Motherfucker, if you see me and this person finna go at it, what the fuck are you doing? Because my students have a problem, they're in my house. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, come on. Because you know what they do? They do what we do, which is they say their story to the person, this person did to me. And then this person did this to me. Y'all come on. So I want to hear all that shit with each other in the room. Because somebody is not interpreting this. Y'all seeing this very differently. And somebody might be outright lying out of self-preservation. Ain't nobody do that for us at my job. It was fight. And that's one of the things I do differently. I'm sorry. And I think it's my responsibility to try to do something better. And I don't mean to do teleological progress better, but I feel that way. I feel like I should learn from them and heal. How about that? Heal. So my healing process has meant if my students are having a fire conflict, I don't always do it the same way. I try to take the temperature, see if I need, But Amelia can tell you, a student called me transphobic because I said that the students' pronoun politics was shallow.